Hey there, welcome, or...
I'm like, neither of us sang on the intro. What?
Okay, so, hey there, welcome on and all. Don't mind, the shenanigans happening, but, we are back at it again at the Doc box. And this is another FPS for the Color campaign. I am one of your hosts, Morski, and I am joined by my fantastic and wonderful friend Spec here. And we're here with our beans.
Yeah, we got you know, reverse first of all. Secondly, yeah, we got our little blorbos. You got our little beans. Look at them; they're so soft.
Namely, I have my foxlet Tomoe, and Spec has Equinox is like part sheep, part burb, right?
Equinox has inspiration from a bunch of different animals, but the main ones I tend to reference are peacock or parrot. Depends on the day, and something with a horn. Sheep, ram, whatever you wish to call it. He's got a horn on the side of his head.
Cool. So yeah, and the most important thing to note is that these are the group babies here, so there is going to be some no brain cell soft times here.
Because we deserve it.
Yes. Which I guess on that note, we are back at it again at Salty's Inn, and it's morning. I'm gonna roll con to see whether Tomo has fallen asleep at the table.
Oh, that reminds me. What level are our characters? How many months in is this?
I don't know. Admittedly, I just have Tomo at level 3.
Okay, we're doing the third month.
We're doing... Yeah.
Alright.
I forgot to give Tomo equipment again. Oh well, that's for later. But let's see. Tomo, your con is a +3. Okay, so Tomo is awake, but also not really. He's like, arms on the table, head on top, kind of slowly dozing off, waiting for breakfast.
How's 1 second, let me check how's my boy doing? Equinox is passed out.
It's for the people listening, that was an 11 and an 8 respectively. So you see Tomo just kind of dozing off. Oh wait, no, he woke up a bit. And then on the chair next to him, Equinox just passed out. You got the little Z's and the whee. So this day is man, I can word. This day is going great. And it's a pretty chill time. I think breakfast is served. What on earth is there for breakfast?
We have one-piece porridge, tavern biscuits and gravy, or paper cakes.
Tomo is giving me vibes for either the tavern biscuits or the paper cakes.
Yeah, Equinox is thinking paper cakes.
Okay, yeah, then Tomo is doing a munch on the biscuits. And I'm just imagining Equinox fork with one of the pancakes on the floor doing a munch.
Yum yum. Just kind of half sleepily chewing at it.
Mm-hmm. There's a pause and Tomo gives you a pat, yeah, it's kind of hard waking up sometimes, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. He doesn't even say it like that harshly. He's just just kind of staring at you half awake.
1,000-yard stare.
Absolutely. They're idiots, Your Honor. I love them.
Do you want to try rolling con again for your boy? Cause on Tomo's end, I'm gonna say that he has actually woken up, but because he had such a low roll before, let's see. Hey, your boy has woken up with breakfast. Yeah. The power of food, indeed. You are more awake than Tomo after breakfast. Good for you. There's like a little pause. I think everyone else has gone to do something or other. They're like, Tomo thinks and sees that you're still here and, hey, wanna go to the forest again?
Equinox kind of blinks and goes, well, what would we be doing there?
I don't know. Something, I guess. Just so long as we don't go, like, too far in usual.
There's like this little curious tilt of his head. Okay. And he kind of just perks up a little.
Tomo's like, cool, I don't know what we would do. Like, Lyra and I already got the berries there, so technically we don't need to do anything, but maybe we can find some nice sticks. But I should first write a note. And like, in like a sort of conspiring kind of way, Tomo tells Equinox, like, Lyra had, like, how Lyra placed the notes last time and asked him to put notes, so like, know where they are. You should do it too. Just like when going off to the forest.
Equinox is just handing me kind of like, just nodding. I forgot how head empty this character could be.
I feel like it's a really good thing Tomo is saying this, because Equinox would probably just wander into the forest without telling anyone.
Absolutely just wandered into the forest without telling anyone.
Yeah, so Tomo just like giving this nugget of wisdom to Equinox, and is like, okay, here's the note. That hammer space roll was just to pull out pen and paper. Like, Tomo places it on the table and is like, okay, we're ready to roll. Let's see what we're gonna do. And, Tomo's gonna take your hand and walk forwards.
Aww. Yeah, Equinox is just holding Tomo's hand, following him, kind of just giving me like little bouncies with every step.
Aww.
He's waking up, and they're doing a lot better now because of
it. I'm just imagining the tail he has kind of bobbing as he walks.
Oh, absolutely, just floop, 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 floop. Mm-hmm. The hair is doing that little bounces as well.
Aw, it's like we got Equinox here doing that. Tomo's giggling, and like his tail is doing a little swoosh as he walks.
Tomo, Equinox, giggling, just vibing.
Exactly. So the door is like open and closed firmly. Now they're off. It's towards the forest.
Equinox kind of just bounces as he looks over at Tomo and goes, forest. We could do something. What could we do?
Yeah, we could do something. I did see a very nice hole yesterday.
Should we jump in it?
Needs to be a bit bigger. Well, bit deeper for that. I was thinking of digging it. I was thinking I could bring Hunter over. He gives me the vibe of being the good at digging, and Tomo is like fox to fox communication.
There's very much a nod of understanding, even though Equinox is not like a digger. Very much that nod of understanding, like, that makes sense.
But like, maybe we could either get a head start, or maybe we could do another hole. There are a bunch of things you can do in the forest.
We could bury stuff.
Oh, and I saw this really neat bug. Hey, yeah. Ooh, I got some seeds, actually. I passed a bunch of them over to Salty, but I still have one or two. We could bury those.
Like, make something grow?
Yeah. Like, you know the apples and how in the core you have seeds? So I have some of those saved.
What? They're from an apple.
Mm-hmm.
We can have more apples.
Yeah. Like, I don't know how long it takes for a tree to grow, but like...
I think that depends on how much love you give it.
That makes sense.
He gives a nod.
These two have no brain cells. I love them.
They really don't. This is brainless to brainless communication, and they're beloved for it.
I hold them softly. But yeah, shall we? I think we've reached the edge of the forest at this point. Shall we roll survival?
I guess so.
Oh yeah, and don't forget the D20 call. D20 roll for the gradual recall to see if like proficiency. Oh, yeah. So that's a 16 from Tomoe. So they are not lost.
That is a 13.
Okay, so probably it's like this. Yeah, it takes like a moment, but Tomoe knows where he's going. You recognize this part of the forest a little bit less, but like Tomoe's leading you around pretty well. You guys dodge like the dried and dead branches. Go around a pretty leafy bush. And you come to a tree where Tomoe points out, hey, that's the hole he noted.
Equinox is just going to crouch down in front of it and poke it.
There's a pause, and then Tomoe crouches down alongside Equinox and also pokes it. Shall I just roll a d20 to see if anything happens? Like, I don't know, nat 1 or nat 20. Okay, so...
Pretty calm.
It's pretty calm. Like, a leaf drifts down from the tree. That's the most interesting thing that happens. I think Tomoe is actually going to take the leaf and go like, you know what, I'm taking this back with us. Shoves it up his sleeve into his hammer space.
Equinox is nodding. That's a good leaf. And just the most serious.
It's like, pause. You want to leave?
Can I eat it?
Okay. I'm just imagining there's like a pause. They wait for another leaf to drift down. Tomoe picks it up, hands it to Tomoe. You have obtained a leaf.
Equinox is biting down on it.
I'm gonna see if I can find the gif I'm thinking of.
Is it the one where the leaf blows into the guy's face and he starts just chewing on it?
Yes.
Out of context.
Here we go.
Yeah, that's basically what's happening here.
So yeah, there we go. So, we're doing great, y'all. I think that happens, and like Tomoe's gonna point out, you see, it's a really good digging hole because it goes that way, and that means it's gonna be easy to dig out the dirt.
How do you know? So, you just know the digging holes. And there's very much another curious tilt of Equinox's head as he chews once more on the leaf.
It's probably a fox thing. Though also I've like dug a couple of holes, so You figure these things out with practice.
A nodding of understanding. It makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Fox. Does
Have
that
you
mean
dug
Hunter?
any holes?
No.
Hmm?
No holes dug by me.
We can change that.
Equinox kind of just widens his eyes slightly and kind of looks at you curiously, like, "Oh."
Sure. Like I have a couple of apple seeds left as well, right? So we can bury them somewhere nice. We probably want somewhere that's like that there's a little bit more light. Maybe we can find a more open space so we can bury the apple seeds there.
Hmm.
And you were saying something earlier, right?
I was just saying, if it's a fox thing, does that mean that Hunter does it?
Maybe. I'm gonna ask him.
It'd be cool if you both did that. Then you could plant so many apples.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that this evening or whenever I next see Hunter. That's probably gonna be this evening. Just like cheerfully mark that down on his mental list. But actually, on that note, shall we search for maybe a more open area?
Yeah. And you kind of.
Because it's like this tree is nice and all, but lots of shade and plants need sunlight.
They need their own spot.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And Equinox is very much gonna just start wondering. Not a single plant in sight. He's just wandering and hoping to find it.
What kind of role would this be? Survival again, I guess?
I think it's survival again. You really be wondering.
My goodness. Thankfully, same as earlier, Tomo kind of knows what he's doing. So he sees you about to like walk your way into some bushes maybe, and he just like takes your hand and leads you elsewhere.
Tomo voice, no, not that way.
Just like Tomo voice, oh, you don't want to go there. I tripped there before. It wasn't fun. Go this way instead.
Okay. I'm realizing how baby Equinox is. Like,
Equinox is very baby, especially considering Tomo of all people is the one leading places.
Equinox can be a big kid. Just got a brain cell up there right now.
And we love him.
I simply hold my boy.
Actually, like they walk forwards a little bit more. Roll me a perception for funsies to see if the boys see anything in their travels.
I want to apologize for the roles that Equinox is giving.
No worries at all. And you want to know why he got a 7?
Why?
He saw a very nice bug.
Bug. His eyes just like widen.
Just like to. There's a moment as the bug is looking at you, Equinox, and it's just, don't look at me with those big ol' eyes.
The bug is getting pat very gently.
I think Tomo on his end, since that's like a 16, which is kind of decent. is just, okay, I think that's where we gotta. Oh, hey, what did you find? Just turns around.
It's a bug, and Equinox is gonna lift the bug and hold it up so proudly.
I'm just imagining the da 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 da. Tomoe's clapping, by the way.
This is wonderful. They're just like, look at this bug.
You have obtained a ladybug. Please imagine this with like Animal Crossing effects.
Oh, absolutely. Just the proud raise.
Yeah,
After
exactly.
After that, Equinox just handed me placing the ladybug on his nose and just grinning at you.
You do get a snort out of Tomo for that, and he's like, hey, new friend.
It is a new friend. What is this?
You wanna... I think that's a ladybug. I've heard... Was it that about it again? I heard someone talk about them.
We should
How,
name
like...
them lady, then.
Hey! That's a fantastic name. You thinking of bringing this one home?
We have to show the others.
Mm-hmm. Rapid nodding.
Equinox starts to nod, but then realizes the ladybug's on his nose and just kind of blinks twice.
Baby to baby communication. I think Tomo gets it.
Absolutely.
And like, the good news is Tomo did find the path, so he's just gonna like lead Equinox over. And I'll say in good old Toon fashion, you have come across like a slightly more open area.
Mm-hmm.
You got some grass. There are a couple of saplings here, actually. And you got a bunch of flowers.
Equinox's eyes widen so brightly. He goes, flowers!
Yeah. Been a little while since I've like seen this many. Or, I say a while, have you really ever seen this? And like, Tomo pauses like, actually, yeah, this is the first time, I think.
We could do something with these.
Ooh, we could.
Something for our friends.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Do you have any ideas, like, what could you make with flowers?
You can just pick them and make them into like a gathering. But those won't stick, and those are hard to hold.
So we have them roll like hey, yeah. You want to have your boy roll like, I don't know, intelligence or something to see,
You're asking my beloved to roll intelligence.
Is intelligence his dump stat or something?
Yes, it is very much a dump stat.
Okay, let me just roll for Tomo then. So that's an 8 and a 13. There is just this moment of these two thinking, I think. Does Lady Bug do anything? While there's like this moment of no thoughts, head empty. What do we do with these flowers?
Just flaps the wings a little. That's why Equinox is having so much trouble. He's too focused on the ladybug.
Yeah. Tomo's just like, do you think it's possible to like, I don't know, make a bracelet out of flowers? Or like a chain?
We could. One second.
No worries.
Sorry, someone walked in. Let me just make a little quick note on the time so I can check later and see if that got caught.
Yeah. It's alright. I at least didn't hear much.
Yeah, I know. It's just, yeah.
But,
it was very loud on my end, so I might have to just edit that out real quick.
Okay. If it helps, I at least didn't hear that much.
Okay. Alright. Where were we?
Tomo mentioned maybe we could make a chain out of the flowers. And
Yeah.
Equinox had light bulb moment, I think.
Let me try something. And Equinox is gonna crouch down and pick some flowers very, very gently. And what would you say you roll to try and make a flower crown?
I'd say sleight of hand.
Okay.
Yo!
He starts just like picking the flowers and very gently weaving them. And slowly they actually form into a nice little flower crown.
Tomo is on the side just going, ooh, I want to try as well.
Okay, like this. And Equinox is going to sit down crisscross and grab the flowers and go, okay, I expect the player not knowing how to make flower crowns. And just starts to explain. I don't know how to explain it, so I cannot explain it. But it's just very much going to gently walk Tomo through how he's doing it.
Okay. Tomo is listening attentively, and I'll go ahead and roll sleight of hand too. Oh, wow. Okay, well, I think Tomo has his first, proficiency in something that was a 20 on that die. So,
I've got to ask, I'm curious, why do you keep rolling it with advantage?
This is not actually the D20 on a side. Do you remember the gradual recall that Doc mentioned?
Yeah.
That's the D20 roll. It is separate from the roll for the,
Oh, I thought as if you just get a nat 20 on your actual roll.
Apparently, it's just a separate roll. If you get a nat 20 on this D20, that means you have proficiency in this.
Oh, I did not know it was a separate roll. I need to start doing that.
Yeah, that's actually what I mentioned earlier.
I thought you meant like just chaos happened. It flew right over me, beloved, just like whoosh.
You good. But a thing to note is per skill use, it's once per day. So I did it now for sleight of hand. Well, I already got the nat 20, so that's a proficiency he has now. But say for the perception earlier, I got something less than a nat 20. I will not be able to roll that d20 again, on today's day. Right. On the next day, I would be able to.
Okay.
But that was a 7 on the actual roll. So Tomo is trying his best. I think he's not very used to fiddling with flowers like this, and his claws maybe got caught in some. I think he's picked up some daisies because there are a bunch of those around here.
Oh. Okay, here, good consider. Roll with advantage because Equinox is helping you.
Aww. Okay, what is... Shoot, he has now proficiency bonus as well, I think. So that's a d20 plus 5. Oh no! That was worse!
Oh, you're both just trying too hard to do it together. It is not working.
Yeah. I was like, okay, maybe I will pause for a moment. I'll pick out the flowers and then you can make a flower crown out of them.
There's a pause before Nod and goes, okay, that might work.
So
should I just roll sleight of hand to see how long it takes them both to make all these?
I'm just like thinking, okay, so shall we both roll sleight of hand again, but you do it with advantage, because like Tomo is actively helping you.
Mm-hmm. So one of those went good.
Okay.
And then yours went good. So I think they do this at a pretty decent speed.
Yeah. So like there's like a pause. Tomo finds so many flowers, all kinds of flowers. Amaryllis, more daisies. I need to double check what on earth was put the other day. One moment. Maybe some gore. Yeah, maybe some gores, coreopsis, verbena. You know, funky fun flowers like that.
Yeah, it's just funky fun flowers.
Exactly. And like he watches you make them a little bit more, and then he's like, "Oh wait, that's how I'm supposed to." And yeah, they pretty successfully make some flower crowns.
I want you to know one of the first ones that Equinox made was the second.
Mm-hmm.
A million hours of scrolling later. Was the Coreopus, and he makes this and then just very gently places it on Tomo's head with the biggest smile.
So Tomo's eyes are like doing that sparkly thing. Just, oh, this is amazing. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm glad you like it.
Tomo pauses, very quickly finishes the flower crown of daisies he was making, and then places it on Equinox's head.
It kind of tilts a little to the side because of his horn, but you say that they match, and he just has the biggest grin, and there's just sparkles in his eyes.
Yes.
Match.
Exactly.
We gotta show the others. This way they can match too.
Mm-hmm. Just, okay, so we got 1, 2, 3. We just need one more. Maybe we could like dig the hole for an apple seed or two over there, and then we can show everyone the flower crowns we made really quick.
We can. And then one day we can come back and we can sit under the apple tree together.
Yeah. It's a deal. Mm-hmm. Maybe we could have a picnic or something.
We could have more of those paper cakes.
Mm-hmm. Or like the cookies, or you know those brownies. The brownies are so good. These two, I'm just imagining these two like having a moment of food good.
Just a little tune dribble.
Yeah. Tomo then shakes his head real quick and, okay, let's make this last flower crown and then we can head on back. Like, he points at the amaryllis flowers and it's just like, I bet those would look good on Adagio, and maybe this one could be for Hunter, and like goes, which flowers do you think these would look good on? We got Tokei and Lyra left.
He goes and looks at some flowers that kind of have like a little, it's the gorse that have the little oomph. And he goes, these will look good on Lyra. They look like little drops. And Lyra's name is Lyra Drops.
Perfect. Okay, then just let's find the Tokay then.
Oh, these. And he very much kind of moves over and flops on his back instead of like actually moving to reach behind him and grab some bellflower pyramidal and goes, these for Tokay. They're tall. Like,
ooh, yeah.
And that means we can make a lot. And they're and look, they have like the pretty swoosh. I think Tokay would like the swoosh.
Oh yeah, we could let's make this one a little bit bigger so it can go around her hat. I bet they would look good on the hat.
There's definitely a nodding of agreement.
Let's go! Sleight of hand again.
Yeah. That's a dirty 20.
So yeah, I think Tomo struggles a little bit because these are rather big flowers. So like he scooches closer to you, and with the power of teamwork and your frankly put pretty fantastic flower crown making skills.
Yeah, I did. Equinox been rolling pretty decent on these flower making skills.
It's because he's a baby.
He's so baby.
Baby skills. Exactly.
Just very much gently holding this, and they just have these collection of flower crowns now.
Yeah, exactly. Just like, okay, I'll take these two and put them in my hammer space so they don't get damaged. You want to do the same with those two?
Yeah. And he kind of takes a moment to like process what you're saying before he takes the two that he has. Who does he have?
Let's say he has Adagios and Tokays.
Nods. So he takes Adagios and Tokays and just, I mean, look at his design. Where is your hammer space? Just very much slides it behind his back.
Yeah. Please consider if he ever needs to take something out of his hammer space, it's from the fluffy, like, ruff that's around the collar of his shirt. You know?
Yeah, the feathers. Or fur.
Yeah.
Depends on who you ask. We don't know.
Tune mystery. Don't worry about it.
Equinox handed me that his design is a mystery that even I am not allowed to fully understand.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But with that done, Tom is like, okay, let me show you how to dig a really good hole.
And Equinox is absolutely following you. With like the widest eyes.
Tom just like, yeah, digging holes, man. Another very important baby skill.
Mm-hmm.
And just like, okay, so you see this area here, there are a little less plants, which means it's probably gonna be good for, the apple seed to grow. And also it's not too far out in the middle of the sun, but it's not too much in the shade. And and it should be easier to dig here because they're gonna be a little less plant root. So, I'm just gonna start digging. Technically, his athletics isn't very good, but he does decently well.
Let's see.
So that's a 16.
And I gotta start rolling that d20 with these.
Yo!
That's a 21!
Someone's like, yeah, wow, your lad is strong. But, Tom was like, wow.
Athletics. Wait, Make that a +2. That's a 19.
Oh.
Whew.
Okay, but
I saw
still.
acrobatics.
Yeah, no, athletics because digging holes.
Yeah, no, that's a +2 then, so that's a 19.
Tomoe is just like, wow, you're natural at this.
This is really funny because this is not what I expected Equinox to be able to do.
I'm just imagining that, like, Equinox has hooves, right?
Equinox has hands and just no feet.
Okay, cool. Never mind. Hidden, I don't know.
In fact, he's wearing gloves.
Or burb. Hidden ram or like burb instincts. I don't know. I'm pretty sure peacocks like dig holes sometimes. But
who knows? There's some animal in there.
Yeah, there's some animal in there. And sometimes that means digging holes. So these two dig a really good hole. And Tom is like, yeah, okay. Let me pull out the apple seeds. And that should... Yep. There are a couple of seeds in Tomo's hand. They're like really small things, but, well, who knows? Maybe there'll be a tree grown from them someday. And he places them in the hole, and it's just, okay, and now for the other important part. We gotta cover it back up.
Like a bed. A blanket.
Yeah. Exactly. Gotta give the seeds their dirt blanket.
Their dirt blanket. I love these two.
Yeah. Just like moment as these two are shoving dirt back in and also pat. Gotta make sure the dirt blanket is placed on snugly.
Pat. Yeah. Man. I'm holding them so gently.
Yeah. Enrichment.
Enriched. Exactly.
I think then with that done, like, Tomo steps back, puts his hands on his hips, and like, yeah, we did a great job. We should come back later to maybe see about, like, putting some water here. But, I think that's a good job done.
Let me check something. Okay, technically I'm supposed to, like, choose the spells ahead of time. But don't mind this. I'm giving him the spell for this one moment. Equinox is gonna go, wait, does it need water? And is just then gonna very gently cup his hands, and water's gonna appear. Wait,
there
is
is
an open
like
container. 1 second. He's gotta reach into his hammer space first. I forgot that it has to be an open container.
Actually that's a fair point.
Yeah. So he reaches into his hammer space and pulls out a water skin and just very gently taps it, and I forgot to find this. Give me 5 seconds. Ooh. My brain's loading.
No worries. Actually, funnily enough, if it's the spell I'm thinking, Tomo has it too.
It's create or destroy water.
Yeah, he has that as well. Cleric Druid Solidarity.
Absolutely. Equinox has to pull out something else, actually.
Oh?
So Equinox pulls out the water skin and then reaches into his hammer space, and I'm just realizing I probably need to do another FPS to figure out why he has this, and then pulls out a staff.
Oh, nice.
Yes, because
Actually, there is an explanation for this. Salty Tack gave everyone those items from his old companions, remember? So
tasty. Equinox looking at this fancy staff. This fits me. So yeah, he very much pulls out the staff
good vibes.
and then just very gently taps it on the ground, then taps it on the water skin, and then the water skin is just filled with water. We can give it water now.
Hey, yeah. Oh, I think I can do that too. And there's like Tomoe thinks, and then after a moment he pulls out his nice bucket. What is that, you may ask? Pulls out a bucket that has a ribbon around it. Well, has like a ribbon tied to it.
Oh,
I'll be showing a picture at one point. But
I love this so much.
There is a moment, and because Tomo is a cleric, actually, he fiddles with he fiddles with his holy symbol a bit, and there's like a pause, and then there is now water in the bucket. Okay, so
give him so much water.
So we'll need to be careful not to like overdo it too. I don't know if plants can like drown, but we'll want to be careful.
We don't want them to drown.
Yeah.
Very much is gonna just nod.
Yeah.
He's gonna kind of like nod for you to go ahead because he does not know what he's doing.
Understandable. Tone like pauses a bit and then tips the bucket slightly. I imagine like the area and like the area around is now just a little bit wet, and like there's just a bit more water, so Tomo is just gonna like go to the side and put the rest of the water on like the surrounding flowers and stuff.
They just walk around pouring this water on all the flowers.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
As a treat.
As a treat. Man. This really is just soft the FPS.
Yeah.
Baby to baby communication.
Baby to baby communication. I imagine afterwards they like put their stuff away. It's getting to be around lunchtime. They better head back now.
There's definitely a skip in Equinox's step as he walks and goes, I think we should do this again.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
We can come check on them and see how they're doing, and see if there's apples.
Yeah, we're gonna make the bestest apple tree grow.
Me looking at this being at the 3-month period, and when the next session is supposed to be, me. Little did they know that they would in fact probably not be able to see the apple tree again for a while.
It's fine. Hey, they put a lot of love into it. That just means it'll be grown when they come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know they're gonna go back and tell Salty about this.
Oh, absolutely. That's like, I imagine, like, they come back, it's lunchtime, everyone's at the table, and then these two come and, like, grand retelling of the little, like, grand retelling the place they found the flowers. Here's where we planted a couple of apple seeds and na. And then also, oh, and we made these. And there was definitely a flower crown made for Salty Tag too.
Oh, absolutely.
But like, these two pull out the flower crowns they made and passes them to the others.
Consider Salty's crown was made out of flowers from all the people.
Yes.
And Equinox just kind of walks up to Salty and then very gently places it on its head and goes, for you, since you brought us all here. Thank you. And just gives the biggest grin, eyes closed.
Yes. And like, Tomo is peering right beside.
Both of them are just looking up at Salty like proud children who have presented a gift.
Exactly.
No, not
Knowing
Salty
Salty,
react, but I hope he likes it.
Knowing Salty, he's probably gonna cherish this flower crown very much. Just, it's a good time.
It is.
That lunch is like a very cheerful one.
Yeah. Hold them gentle.
Same.
They probably sit back down, and Equinox is just very gently drumming, like his fingers on the table.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got this little grin on his face.
Tomo, like, I imagine they've sat beside each other this
Absolutely.
time as well, and like Tomo just like, looks to the side, kind of peers up at Equinox, and is just, what you thinking about?
Friends, and you could get to see an apple tree grow, and I like to imagine the ladybug's still there. He goes, and look, we have new friends, and we're making new friends, and it's going good.
Yes, it's going great.
Just happy. Like, there's not even like a specific reason. He's just that happy right now.
Yeah, Do you think this is a good place to head it off with just these two cheerfully chatting as the lunch is being served?
Absolutely. I do have to say, we had a normal length FPS.
Yup! Yup!
It's 52 minutes long. We step out of the AI server, and suddenly we have control.
Look.
Sometimes the
I
best
don't
FPS
control the length. I don't control the length you guys pull the FPSs to.
Consider,
I am just sitting here.
Consider, I am not arguing to this. I genuinely am glad. I actually like how this FPS went. It was very short and sweet and soft.
It's just like, it's a nice moment of cute and levity.
It is. This is an best part about this. This is an FPS you can listen to at almost any point if you need more soft.
Exactly. Just a moment of cute in their daily life.
It is.
But on that note, thank you very much for doing this with me. This was adorable.
You. I'm having emotions over them again. I want you to know, the whole time they were walking, by the way, even though I didn't know what he was rambling about, Equinox was probably rambling about something to Tomo.
Aww. Yeah, Tomo would attentively listen and would, like, start rambling back.
They just rambled baby-to-baby communication.
Fact.
Alright, then. In that case...
Thank you to everyone who's gonna listen in the future. You're awesome.
Hope you have a good time zone. Bye!